You might be thinking about what's wrong with jobs, but you will understand after I explain this concept. From what I found, the idea of job started with the advent of industrial age and has not changed since. During the hunter-gatherer times, people lived in tribes and each person had to contribute something towards the prosperity of the tribe. And then came the era of kings and queens, where a person's task during that time was to work on the land owned by the king and to pay them. After that came the industrial age, when slavery was abolished and human beings started selling themselves in the form of labor in open market. And this concept of selling their skills or labor to highest bidder, which we know today, is called job. But after 1990, the period of information age started. I mean the one we live in. And the concept of everything has changed with time, but for the job, it hasn't. And as the saying goes, if you don't change with time, time will change you. And believe me, time is not kind to anyone. We all have heard rich don't pay taxes and only poor people do, which is very much right in today's scenario. We often get to read headlines like Donald Trump paying $750 in income tax by continuously declaring huge losses, or Amazon's $0 federal tax by getting a tax rebate. The fact is that employed category is taxed the most of all, and it includes the people that are not investing in stock market, keeping up with inflation, and most of them don't have a source of earning passive income. And that's why employed people are mostly financially underperforming. You might be thinking that I'm getting off topic about this, but it's the best way to explain it. Take example of government wanting to create more affordable housing for people. The government will give entrepreneurs tax breaks to make houses and create jobs in the area. Overall, everything goes hand in hand, and that's why businesses pay so less in taxes than individually employed people. In the book Bullshit Jobs, A Theory, the author David Graeber describes that automation has led to the creation of bullshit jobs as form of paid employment that is so completely pointless and unnecessary that even the employee cannot justify its existence, even though as part of conditions of employment, the employee feels obliged to pretend that this is not the case. There are millions of people that are working unnecessary jobs and they know it. In a survey, 37% of Britons felt that their jobs did not contribute anything meaningful to the society. In the 5 divisions made by the author, he took toll on groups of people doing useless work like receptionists or door attendants who serve to make their superiors happy, or the goons working to oppose the goons from other organizations in the form of public relations specialists or lobbyists. The third group is distinguished under duct tapers, who temporarily fix problems like airline staff who calm passengers whose baggage did not arrive. Followed by duct tapers are box tickers, who create the illusion that something useful is done when it is not, like survey administrators. And finally, the last ones are taskmasters, who create extra work for the ones who don't need it. For example, middle management in an organization. There are a bunch of people from Silicon Valley that support the idea that jobs will be replaced by robots in near future, but the economists, they think in a different way. There are a couple others who tend to say it's not about unemployment, but the people are not up to the mark of being employed. They are simply unemployable, or in simple words, they don't have the required skills for the jobs they want. And for economists who don't agree with this statement have a pretty valid point, as there was a period of automation anxiety in 1920s and 1930s when workers' jobs were taken over by machines in farms and factories. But to this date, this world hasn't run out of jobs. There are jobs that have been taken over by machines like railroad workers, telephone operators, gas pumpers, and many more, but the work it still exists. The fact is that we have seen jobs replaced by machines, but it's very hard to picture what the future has to offer. Technology has created more jobs than it has taken away. And the fact is that whenever a new concept is introduced or technology is innovated, a lot direct or indirect jobs are created, and even sometimes whole new industries are built on their basis. All that means is the need of human work has not gone away. The technology advances, but the availability of jobs does not decline as technology transformations replace workers in one sector only to create demand in another one. According to World Economic Forum, survey data in their report states that 43% of businesses say they are planning to reduce jobs because of technology integration. But as explained before, technology creates more jobs than it wipes out of the job market. So the report also states that a new set of 97 million jobs could be created that require skills around machine interaction and algorithmic expertise. So the solution to remain at a pivotal role in your workplace is to keep yourself up to date with new skills and information, as there are still a lot of jobs that require human interaction and cannot be replaced by robots anytime soon.